Okay, so I just started recording, guys. So let me share my screen and we'll start the session quickly, guys. Okay, hope you're able to see my screen, right, guys? Anyone confirm, please?
Yes, Veer.
Okay, thank you. So let's start, guys. So before jumping to this particular introduction, so let me introduce myself. Okay, so myself, Surya Chandra, I have around 15 plus years of experience in SAP integrations. Okay, so working in multiple MNC companies and different projects. Okay, so in the for a multinational clients. Okay, so this is my professional background, guys. So coming to my training background, so I started teaching this SAP Cloud Platform integration in 2021. So since it is in around 5 plus years, and I completed around 38 batches till now. So more than 500 plus students are completed the training from me and they are working in many MNC companies. Okay, so this is my introduction, guys. Okay, so let's start today session. So this is a main. This is training about SAP Business Technology Platform, Cloud Platform Integration Training. In short, it is called SAP BTP CPI training. Okay, so let's decode this particular what is SAP BTP and CPI in detail in the session today. But this is about SAP BTP CPI training. Okay, so what is the agenda of today's session? Okay, so let's discuss. Okay, so the first is who all are the core audience for this particular session. Okay, core audience for this particular session. So who is the who can start learning this particular cloud platform integration? Okay, and okay, who can join this particular cloud platform integration, and also who can start. Okay, what are the prerequisites that we will discuss in the core audience option. So next, what is ERP and what is middleware? Okay, so what is the use of this particular middleware? Okay, so the cloud platform integration which we are discussing about will comes under middleware tool, guys. Okay, so what is the need of this particular middleware in the real time? Okay, and what are all the responsibilities of the middleware developers? Okay, that we will discuss in detail. Okay, the next is evaluation of SAP integration platform. Okay, and what is the importance of this particular learning SAP cloud platform integration nowadays, that we will discuss. And next is SAP CPI system overview, like how the CPI system looks like, and like what configurations we will do in the real time. That will also I will show, and also the overview of course content. So we have around 60 days of course content, guys. So we will discuss about all this particular. Uh, we will discuss about all these particular contents, like what is I mean, what are the topics we will discuss. Okay, day by day. Okay, for the 60 days, so that I will discuss in detail, and also the frequently asked questions. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so this is the today's agenda, guys. Okay, so what next is like let me go to next. So see the core audience. Okay, so you people, okay, so join from different streams. So someone is from non-IT, someone is from IT, someone is from like as a fresher, someone is already working as a business user. You are not working on technically, but you are working as a business user to support your uh, business transactions. Okay, so I just kept what are all the different streams of consultants will join this particular session. So I just maintain all these particular roles here. Okay, so the first main role is integration consultants. Integration consultant means like, so who are currently working on integration space. Okay, integration space like so SAP Cloud Platform Integration is a middleware. Okay, so SAP Cloud Platform Integration is a middleware. So that particular middleware will just simply, the middleware just simply connect with the source and target system to transfer the data. Okay, so that middlewares will be provided by multiple companies. Okay, that means like IBM, Oracle, and also Salesforce. Okay, and I mean like that we have a different companies are providing. So for example, if you take this particular I mean like a Salesforce, they had a integration tool called MuleSoft, Oracle Informatica. Okay, So SAP Cloud Platform Integration and also the process integration and process orchestration from SAP. So like that guys, we had a different integration tools. If you are currently working as an integration developer, okay, so for example, let's take a IBM. So from IBM, we have a IIB is a integration tool. So if you are currently working on that particular IIB tool, but you want to but if you want to change that particular, okay, if you want to change uh, from current IIB tool to the cloud platform integration, you are the core audience for this particular course and you can easily learn this particular topics because integration tool is integration tool, guys. Anyone can join this particular training and easily learn. So before going to that, to start learning this particular training, what are all the prerequisites? Prerequisites. That means like, so the integration consultants already working on integration space, they can easily start. But for example, to start, okay, as a fresher, for example, I'm a fresher. So I want to start, okay, or I'm a non-IT person, okay. So I want to switch my career from non-IT to IT. Okay, so if I start this particular cloud platform integration, can I learn this particular course and can I survive in the real time? Okay, according to my understanding, you can easily survive, guys. Let me explain why. Okay, so that means like, so the prerequisites to start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration is, okay, so if you have a computer application knowledge, that means like how to use a computer application knowledge, how to use computer application knowledge, that means like how to use browser, how to use this particular Microsoft Word, Excel, okay, and if you have a, basic communication skills, then you can start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration. Okay, so that means like, so irrespective of this particular all domains, if you have some basic idea on how to utilize the computer application, okay, then you can start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration. Okay, if you are working as a core developer or integration architect or integration consultant already, then this will be added advantage to you. You can easily grab this particular kind of terminology and also the configurations. Okay, that means, so irrespective of this particular all uh, types of developers and also the architects, so the prerequisites to start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration is like computer application knowledge. That's all. Okay. So you might ask, sir, uh, is there any coding is required to start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration? Actually, it's not required, guys. Why? Because let me explain. So in the cloud platform integration, okay, so in the cloud platform integration, so we have this particular, like a standard option. That means like 80%, okay, so the 80% of this particular configurations, okay, so will be done by this particular standard configurations only, okay, 80%. So the remaining 20 to 15%, okay, will be configured. So, okay, we have only 20% left. So this 20% we will configure whenever the custom requirements are coming. Okay, so such cases we will use this particular scripting language, that is Groovy scripting. That means like, so most of the 80% of the requirements will be satisfied with the standard option. That means drag and drop. Okay, so just drag and drop and utilize that particular configuration. The 20% you have to write this particular code sometimes. Okay, not all the time, guys. Okay, so now that means like, so here there is no code. Here some code is there. That means this is called as a low code, no code tool. That means like, so that means SAP CPI is called as a low code, no code tool. That means if you have a code that is very low, okay, so that you have to understand. Okay, so that means like SAP Cloud Platform Integration is a low code, no code tool. Okay, that anyone can start learning this particular course if you have a computer application knowledge. Okay, so the next is core audience, guys. So let's jump into this particular integration consultant already explained. So who are currently working on any of the integration module, if they want to start their career in SAP Cloud Platform Integration, then they can start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration. The next is core developers. Core developers means like who all are working on different core languages like C, C++, Java, Python. Okay, so these all are These are the core development. These are all coming under core development like HTML or also front end developers. Okay, so these all comes under core developers. Okay, so that core developers will, I mean, if they want to change their career to SAP Cloud Platform Integration, then they are also eligible. So they already had a programming language experience, they can start learning. Okay, so the integration architect, so who are currently working as integration architect for a different modules. Okay, if they wanted to switch to SAP CPI architect as well, then they can come. I mean, they are also eligible to start learning SAP CPI and non-IT guys. As I said, so you are working in a non-IT with 3 or 4 years of experience, okay, or more than that. If you want to change the career from the non-IT to IT, then you can start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration. But you have to put more efforts compared to the remaining people. That means core developers, integration consultant, and also integration architect. They already know these particular concepts. But when you're coming from non-IT, okay, you have to put more efforts. Then you can easily survive. Okay, so this that is freshers. Okay, so freshers also can start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration irrespective of their domain. Okay, irrespective of their domain, and also irrespective of their domain, so they can start learning it. And also freshers also, I mean, some of the companies are hiring. Okay, so that companies, I mean, like, so not more requirements for the freshers guys, but couple of mid-level companies are taking freshers as well. Okay, business users who are currently working on closely with business, like business operations, the orders are processed or not, that like whatever the documents we are receiving from the external application, these all are processing or not, that will be validated by the business users. So the business users also requires this particular cloud platform integrated knowledge. Okay, so this is about the guys. So irrespective of this particular all domains, guys. So if you have I mean, computer application knowledge, then you are eligible to start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration. Okay, so this is about the core audience, guys. Okay, I mean, couple of members, if you are coming from a different stream, guys. Okay, so I mean, not from here, if you are coming from a different stream. So just if you have any questions, we can discuss it at the end of the session. Okay, if you have any questions, sir, I have a 6 years of experience. Can I start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration? Okay, so if you have that kind of questions, let's discuss at the end of the session. Okay, so let's jump into the next topic, guys. So here, what is SAP CPI or CI? Okay, so let's try to understand. Okay, so what is SAP first, then we'll jump into what is CPI or CI. Okay, so let me explain. So first of all, let's focus on SAP. Now let's focus on SAP. So what is, I mean, so many people who all are coming from a different streams, right? You are calling me from the different streams. So many people will think like this is an, I mean, many people will call it as a SAP. SAP. This is wrong pronunciation, guys. If you are talking with any of the experienced candidates, experienced candidates, okay? So if you call them as, okay, so if you call them as this particular SAP, I mean SAP, then they can easily identify you don't have experience in a SAP domain. Okay, because all the SAP professionals and also SAP company, so we'll call it as a SAP. Okay, so that means like it contains abbreviation. So that's the reason you must call it as a SAP. Okay, never call it as a SAP, guys. Okay, just it's a key point, guys. Okay, so never call it as a SAP. Okay. So that means like SAP. Okay, so always you pronounce as a SAP. So here in the SAP, we have a couple of things. S stands for, A stands for, and P stands for. Let's discuss about it. So about CPI, we'll go. I mean, we'll discuss later. But let's discuss what is SAP. Okay, so SAP stands for Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. Okay, systems, applications, and products in data processing. What is mean this SAP? Okay, so this full form of SAP, systems, applications, and products in data processing. Okay, so SAP is a software company. Okay, software company. It's a German based company, guys. It will provide the ERP software. Okay, ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning Software. Okay, Enterprise Resource Planning Software. At what cases we will use SAP? Okay, let's discuss about at what cases we will use SAP. Okay, so let's take one simple paint application, guys. So I'm just taking simple example. For example, you are running one business, guys. Okay, so you are running. So for example, I'm running one manufacturing company. For example, see the BMW manufacturing company, guys. Okay, this is the BMW manufacturing company. Okay, this is the BMW manufacturing company. So when you're using this particular BMW manufacturing company, I mean, when you're running this particular BMW manufacturing company, so in this particular manufacturing company, so we have to maintain multiple modules. Multiple modules. The first thing is like to hire the employees, you have to use a HRM, okay, human resource management. So for example, if you want to start, so like that means like the HRM, human resource management, is one of the module in the ERP system. That means like HRM is a one of the module in the I mean like ERP system. So the next is like, so this is the HRM. The next one is like a so after this particular human resource management is came, so we have to pay the salaries, right, to the human resources. That salaries information will be maintained by FICO. Okay, this is another module to maintain all the financial transactions. Okay, this is another module to maintain all the financial transactions. So what next is like, so this is a figure. So for example, the BMW is planning to start for the next month. BMW company planning to start like 50 cars. Okay, so 50 cars. That means according to their current order booking, so they want to manufacture 50 cars. So to manufacturing the cars, first they require raw material, right? So to manufacture the cars, first they require a raw material. That means like that raw material we will configure here like, so the first is HRM, next is speaker, the third one is this one. Okay, so like so HRM, FICO, and also this one. Okay. So here HRM, FICO, and third, to manufacture the calls, we require raw material, right? So that will be managed in the material management. Okay, that will be stored in the material management. So once this material management is done, okay, so once the material management is done, so I mean material management means what this particular module will do is how much raw material we we have for the manufacturing. So that means like to manufacture this particular cars we require rubber, iron, and everything, right? So that and also fiber, that means like i mean plastic, different materials, right? So to manufacture cars they require different materials, so that materials will be managed in the material management here. Okay, so like HRM, FICO, Okay, these are the three modules we had here. Okay, three modules. Okay, so these three things are there, right? So what next is like, so this is so HRM, FICO, and next, so after getting this particular materials, so what we have to do is we have to plan the production planning. So for production planning we have a separate team. Okay, that is production planning. Okay, so after production planning, so you have to do this particular, so for example production planning is done, and this particular planning completed and products is ready. For example the products are manufactured, so then the products will be keep in warehouse management. Warehouse, we have to store that warehouse, I mean in the warehouse, right? That you have to manage this particular warehouse management. So the next, inventory. So to move this particular ready-made goods from a warehouse to the different locations, their inventory management. Okay, to move the goods from one location to another location, this inventory management will be worked. Okay, so what next is sales and distribution. Okay, so ST. Okay, sales and distribution. Okay, sales and distribution. So like this, guys, we have a different kind of modules. Okay, just I took this particular sample just for the understanding. I took this particular modules, guys, but we have a many modules, recruiting modules, and also finance module. Okay, so different kind of modules are there. But for the just and for the understanding, I just took this particular example. So before ERP, how these enterprises, okay, so will store this particular data is here. So see here, they just simply store this particular data. I mean, like in an individual databases. That means like, so the HRM, okay, human resource management will maintain separate database. Okay, that means like they will just maintain the data in this particular database. Okay, so that means like they will just separately maintain this particular database. Okay, and all the modules will maintain this particular databases as individually. Okay, individually they will just maintain this particular databases. Okay, so one is that one, so and also warehouse management, and also this particular inventory management, and also this particular sales and distribution. Okay, like this guys, they are just simply maintaining different databases. Okay, for example, so the FICO financial finance team is the year end, so they want to check how many employees we are just simply paying the salaries and each employee how much we are spending. They want to analyze. Then the finance module team has to request HRM module and access this particular data. Okay, how much I spent on the warehouse rental? So I have to connect with this particular warehouse management. How much I spent on the raw material cost from the last year? So material management. So how much I spent on production planning? How much I spent on the moving the goods from one location to another location? That is inventory management. How much I spent on distribution? How much I spent on sales? Okay, so this is the sales. So that means like guys, so this one module wants to get the data, I mean finalize data from each module, so we have to connect individual databases. Okay, for example, the production planning team wants to, okay, so plan this particular production planning for the next month for 30 cars. Then production planning has to connect with this particular if we have a sufficient budget or not, they has to connect with fake out. So we have a sufficient raw material or not, they has to connect with material management. If they has to connect with, so after 1 month the warehouse is available or not, we have a proper sales or not to manufacture the 50 cars in the next month. So like that they has to analyze this everything. That means like here the everything is independent. Okay, that means like HRM is an independent database. Okay, and also this HCM is independent, everything is independent databases here. And also if this particular sales and distribution developers are not there, or this day be under down under maintenance, then this remaining all databases will be affected. And also maintaining these many databases and very cost effective. So to reduce these kind of connections, okay, so and also to maintain this particular all the data, okay, for the enterprise, they came up with one solution, that is centralized I mean centralized database. Centralized database means like for a complete BMW enterprise, so they will maintain only one database. That means like human resource information will be stored in this particular just a second. So human resource, okay, so human resource management data will be stored in this DB, and also FICO, the finance information will be stored in this particular DB, and material management will be stored in this particular DB. All these particular modules information will be stored in one single database. One single database, the data will be stored here. Okay, HRM, FICO, PP, warehouse management, inventory management, and sales and distribution. These all modules will be stored data in one single database. Okay, so once this data is stored in one single database, okay, so I mean, you might ask a question, sir, if I'm storing all the data in one single database, FICO team information is very sensitive. That means like financial operations will be there in the FICO. That information can be accessed by remaining modules also, right? Right, guys? So you might get this question. Okay, so in that case, okay, so here in SAP, so everything will be as a role based, okay, role based authorization. Okay, role based authorization. That means like role based authorization means, okay, what does mean by role based authorization here is, so for FICO developers, they had a separate role. Okay, that means they can access only the FICO related tables and also related other modules tables as well. That means like based on the role, for example, guys, you are working in one of the, for example, you are working in bank, for example, as a bank employee, you are working. Okay, so you are a clerk and you have a bank manager. So the bank manager access for all the resources in the bank, but clerk have only limited resource. The same way, so the FICO developer will have access only to the FICO related tables in the database, and also remaining modules tables. Okay, what are all the required for the FICO development? Only that roles will be followed in this particular FICO as well. Okay, that means like the developer will assign with that particular role. For example, I onboarded as a human resource management employee. Okay, then I will they will assign this particular human resource management related role. Then I can access only human resource. That means like even the database contains all the modules information, but developers can access based on their roles only. They cannot access complete information from the database. Okay, so this is that means like if you are storing this particular data completely in one single database, okay, that will be managed by this particular ERP software. Okay, that means that will be managed by this particular ERP software. Okay, that means like, so see, I mean, we are not maintaining multiple databases here. So we are just maintaining one database. So that database will be managed by this particular ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning Software. Okay, enterprise resource planning software. That means with this particular software, okay, so that's the ERP software. Okay, so with this particular software, we can just simply read this particular data. Okay, so and we can process it. Okay, so we can just so ERP software we can read the data from, I mean, this particular software we will manage and it will maintain all this particular information based on the role based. Okay, this software will be provided by multiple companies, like, so like we have a Microsoft, we have a Oracle, we have a Salesforce, SAP, and many more guys, and many more. That means like, so this ERP software, okay, will be provided by many companies, but in this SAP is a market leader for this particular SAP, I mean ERP system. Market leader. SAP is a market leader for this particular ERP systems. Okay, so so ERP system. Okay, so that means like guys, so if you have this particular SAP system, okay, so I mean ERP system, then you have to manage that with ERP software. Okay, so that you have to manage with the ERP software. Okay, that ERP software will be provided by SAP. So hope everyone clear, right, guys? What is ERP and why we are using guys? I hope everyone following, right?
Yes.
Yes,
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 Surya.
yes.
Okay, okay, thank you. So let's continue, guys. Then okay. So that means like this is a ERP software. Okay, sir, we are actually working on CPI, right? Why you're not discussing about CPI here? So actually CPA is not involved yet, guys. So first they will establish, I mean, they will establish the ERPs, I mean, ERP landscape, enterprise resource planning landscape with all the modules. Okay, once this particular integration is done, okay, so once this particular ERP configuration is done, okay, then what they will do is, okay, so this is just for your understanding, guys. I just drawn this particular thing in this particular paint application, but here this is the ERP. So what is ERP? Enterprise resource planning, and it will manage multiple, okay, so multiple modules like finance module, purchasing, okay, so what we are purchasing for our enterprise, okay, manufacturing, MRP, and also inventory management, CRM and sales, and also e-commerce, service, job cast, sorry. So job casting, project management, human resource management, and also analytics and reporting and finance. So I mean, right back to finance. That means like all these particular modules information will be managed by this particular ERP system. Okay, these ERP systems are used in, okay, ERP softwares are used in different industries like manufacturing, distribution, professional services, construction, okay, and also the industrial services, and also service businesses, healthcare, retail, and many more. Okay, these all are the industries are using this particular ERP software. Okay, so this is about ERP, guys. That means like, so I mean, ERP stands for enterprise resource planning. Okay, it will manage enterprise modules information. That means like here, if you observe, guys, this software, I mean, whatever we discuss, sir, everything will store about data only. Data means like, so for example, in BMW, how many employees are working, at what date they hired, at what date they retired, at what date they terminated, at what date they promoted, okay, at what date they rehired. That all employees information with the data will be stored in this particular HRM module. Okay, that means like employee related information, okay, will be stored in HRM. So each employee's salary, and every month we are paying to that particular employee or not, we have sufficient budget or not, that information will be stored in, excuse me, in the FICO. Okay, so that material information, how much we are buying, at what price we are buying, what are all the vendors are providing this particular material, that will be stored in this particular material management module. That means like data about all these modules. Okay, that means like in the warehouse how much space is left. Okay, how much rents we are paying for that particular warehouse. Okay, that everything, the data. Okay, that means like whatever in your enterprise, whatever the systems, whatever the applications, and whatever the products you are manufacturing, that information will be stored in this particular BMW system, I mean like a ERP system, guys. Okay, that information will be stored in this particular ERP system. Okay, so that means like this particular data, this particular HRM, FICO, MMPP, this all information will be stored in this particular HRM module. Now, sorry. In this particular, I mean, enterprise. Okay, that means like data about all these modules will be stored in this particular enterprise. That's the reason. If you see the abbreviation of this particular SAP, okay, is like systems, applications, and products in data processing. That means like systems, applications, and products in data processing. Systems, applications, and products in data processing. Okay, so it will store complete information. Okay, systems, applications, and products in data processing. That SAP will store this particular info here. Okay, that means like SAP will process the data only about the systems and also the applications and products in data processing. Okay, so for example, a year end, the company CEO wants to check, okay, how much profits for each module. Okay, how much we spent on each employee, and each on top of each employee, how much we got profit. That they can easily identify in the FICO module. Okay, or in a HRM. Okay, so like they interlinked. Okay, how much we paid, so they can correlate this particular two numbers and they can identify. So at the year end, how much we are spending on raw material procurement. Okay, so that will be managed. That the data you can see in the material management. So that means like everything we are playing with data here. Okay, so this is about, that means like all the system applications and products data we will processing in the ERP system. So that ERP system software will be provided by SAP company. Okay, that will be used for our enterprise requirements. Okay, then we have these many modules, but still why this particular cloud platform integration is required? Okay, let me explain, guys. So see here, this is our enterprise. We all are working for the BMW. Okay, so assume we all are working for BMW, guys. Okay, the thing is here, BMW manufacture this particular cars, but see here, they has to procure this particular materials. Okay, I mean like raw material like iron, and also like some plastic, and also some different materials, glass, different materials they has to buy, right? So for that, guys, for that, if you see here, so I mean, to buy an iron, okay, they has to connect with external ERP. For example, the main iron supplier in India, so the JSW. For example, let's take the JSW. Okay, is a I mean like iron supplying company. Okay, for example, they are using some different. Okay, so let's take. So this is the ERP system, guys. JSW ERP. Whatever the ERP software they are providing, that is not matter to us. Okay, they are using this is a JSW ERP. Next, to manufacture the cost, they require tires, right? So BMW will not manufacture the tires. So you have to buy that particular tires from different company. Let's take MRF. They are buying this particular. They are buying this particular. Uh, they are buying this particular. What it is called like just WRP and MRF ERP. So they are trying to, I mean like so build, I mean buy this particular tires from the MRF enterprise. Okay, so these all are external ERPs, external ERP, but internally, for example, so the BMW itself, in the BMW enterprise, to onboard their employees, okay, to onboard their employees. So this is an ERP system. So to onboard their employees, so the BMW is using success factors, for example, the BMW success factors. Okay, so to store this employee data. Okay, so that means like all the employees information, the HR, human resource management, will update their data. Okay, if the new employee is hired or terminated, whatever it is, the BMW SF employee data. So that means like here, this will come as BMW success factors employee data. Okay, so this will comes as a the BMW, I mean success factor. That means like all this. So this is managed by BMW itself. Okay, but this is a separate tool. Success factors is a separate tool. Okay, not in SAP ERP, guys. That means this will manage only the employees information. Okay, that means like here. So see, whenever the new employee is onboarded, okay, so HR will initiate the onboarding request in the success factor system and the employee will join. So once the employee is joined, okay, so this employee information we have to send it to this particular ERP system. That means like what all the employees are joined or terminated, that will be updated in the success factor system. That success factors we has to send this particular data to this particular SAP ERP. That means like SAP ERP is a centralized, okay, so for the complete enterprise information. That means even you are using different tools for the employee onboarding for all the expenses, you must send that particular data back to this particular SAP ERP system. So that actual operations will be calculated in this particular human resource management tool. Okay, this is the requirement. That means like, so even you are using this particular ERP system, you might require to connect with the external, I mean, non-SAP or SAP systems as well. Okay, what next is like, so this is the JSW ERP. So for example, in a regular world, guys, so for example, if you are running small business, okay, so for example, let's take your running some manufacturing industry of glass. You need a raw material of glass, so you will just connect with some of the glass powder manufacturers and you will just do the phone call. I need 2 tons of this particular glass powder. Then you will just simply call them and they will deliver it. But in enterprises, okay, so in the big industries, in the multinational manufacturing companies, whatever we had, okay, so here what they will do is they will just so for example, they want to buy some 10 tons of iron. Okay, then they will send this particular, so from the BMW SAP ERP system, they will send the request to this particular provider vendor. Okay, JSW is a vendor for us. They are providing this particular uh, they are providing this particular iron. Okay, the iron suppliers, largest iron suppliers. Okay, then so first we have to send a purchase requisition to this particular JSW ERP system. That means like purchase requisition. So PR, what this document represents. So hey BMW company, so we require 10 tons of iron by this particular date. That means like, so before this particular August 15th we require this particular delivery. Can you please make it? So like that, the BMW will send a document to JSW system. That means like in the internet, you have to send this particular purchase requisition from the cloud platform I mean, sorry, from this particular SAP ERP to this particular JSW system. Okay, so this is the purchase requisition is received. Then the BMW will receive from the JSW, the BMW will receive. Okay, so this one, what it will receive is like here. So it will just simply, the JSW will get this particular information and send this particular data back to, I mean like, hey, we received your purchase requisition. So we can provide that particular material by this particular date without any mess. Okay, they will just acknowledge that particular. Next, after the purchase requisition is confirmed, the like BMW will place an order to JSW. That means like once the purchase requisition is confirmed, then we will place an order. Okay, once the order is generated, then they will generate an invoice to the BMW. So like this particular process. Same thing to MRF as well. So if you want to buy this MRF tires, okay, they have to request this particular purchase requisition first. Then they will provide the purchase requisition update. Once the purchase requisition update, you will place an order. Once the order is placed and delivered, that shipping notification will be created, and then we will send this particular information like, or I mean invoice information back to BMW, and the BMW will pay that particular amount to, yeah, I mean like a MRF system. So like this, you are connecting with the external ERPs and also non-SAP and SAP systems as well. Okay, but here the issue is here, guys. we have a major three issues are there. Okay, one is direct connection with our enterprise system to external enterprise system. So see, this is ERP system, the BMW ERP system. Okay, we are storing all this particular data. Okay, we are storing all the data, guys. Okay, that means like about our enterprise, the finance, hiring, and also whatever the objects we have, all these objects information we are storing in this particular ERP system, right? So if anything happen, so that means like we are sharing the data, we are sending the data to external applications, and we are receiving the external. So sometimes it might be a security breaches if you are directly connecting. So that means like if you want to directly connect with any of the external ERP or internal application, your security team will not allow you to connect this. Okay, direct connection they will not allow. Okay, and also another disadvantage here is if you are directly connecting, for example, this is an SAP ERP system. Okay, so you are getting data in XML format, for example. So, but target this ERPs, okay, MRF or JSW require the JSON format. Then how you will convert it? So for that, first the BMW has to convert to JSON and then send it to the receiver application. That is one thing. Or JSW has to handle this particular conversion from the XML to JSON. Okay, so these all are the things. Okay, so like this, that means like, so you cannot convert. Okay, so you have to write more code in the source or target tool. And also here when I send this particular data to JSW, so for example, this particular SAP ERP system says, I trigger 10 purchase requisitions. Have you received 10? Like that, they will discuss with the JSW vendor properly. I mean, they are discussing with the JSW ERP system. Then the JSW says, we received only 8 purchase requisitions. 8 budget. That means like where is remaining 2? Where it is missing? We don't have any centralized monitoring for it. Okay. So to overcome this particular error, okay. So they came up with one solution, that is middleware tool. Middleware tool, guys. They came up with this particular middleware tool. That means like, so in between, okay, so in between our internal ERP and also the external ERP systems, so they introduced this particular integration tool. So that means like, so here this is a middleware or integration tool, guys. Okay, middleware or integration tools. Okay, so that means like, so this is a middleware or integration tool. Okay, here we are just keeping this particular information. So here you can see, guys. So this is the middleware. Okay, it's open now. Okay, so anyway, so this is an just a second, guys. Let me open this with this. Okay, so this is the middleware tool. Okay, so just I am just copying this. Okay, so here this is the middleware tool. Okay, so the middleware or integration tool. Okay, so that means like this, we can just guys, are you able to hear me?
I was not able to hear you.
Now we can hear you.
Okay, guys. Not sure, some blank screen came. So now everyone able to hear me, right, guys? Can if not, just
Yes.
raise your hand, guys, please. Okay, I hope everyone clear. Okay, thank you. So let's continue, guys. So that means like, so now we have this particular middleware and integration tool, okay, into the picture. So then this particular middleware and integration tool will just simply maintain this particular will this particular maintain. So that means like this ERP system wants to send any of the document to external ERP and also non-SAP or SAP system. First, you will establish the connectivity with the middleware. That middleware will connect with the connectivity with the remaining applications. Okay, that means like there is no direct connection here. There is no direct connection. That means the ERP will send the data to middleware. The middleware will send the data to this JSW. Okay, so here the first data will come to middleware. The middleware will send the data to this particular systems. Okay, if the external system wants to send the data, first they will send it to middleware. Okay, so the middleware will send the data to this particular ERP system. So like this particular ERP system will work. As okay, like this particular system will work. Okay, so what next is, okay, so this is done now. So what next? Okay, what is the responsibilities of this particular middleware tool? Okay, so here middleware tool responsibilities are, so for example, I want to send order data, order information from the SAP ERP, that is BMW SAP ERP system to JSW. That means like, so first you have to establish the connectivity with the ERP system and also the JSW system. Okay, as a middleware consultant, you can start connecting with the source and target system and build a pipeline, and data will be processed from one application to another application. Okay, or one system to another system. Here the thing is here, the first middleware or integration tool. So what are the main responsibilities? Okay, so the first is connection. Okay, so first is connection. We already connected. The second is transformation. Transformation is from, for example, if the source system is sending the data in XML format, the target system requires in the JSON. Okay, the next is second one is like so this is the one. So the XML to JSON. Okay. And what next is like next. So for example, if the source is sending JSON, you can convert it to XML also. If the source is sending the CSV, comma separated file, you can convert that to XML file also. Okay. So the next is XML. Okay. So that you can convert it to CSV also. So like that, guys, you can convert. Or else, if the source is sending, okay. So that means like source is sending the data in EDI format. Okay. That you can convert it to XML. So EDA to XML or XML to EDA. So like this, guys. So this middleware tool, once the data is received, okay. So for example, the BMW SAP ERP system sending the data in XML. Once you receive this particular XML data, you will convert it to JSON. That JSON data we will send it to receiver application. That means the conversion logics, the transformation logics we are maintaining in the middleware here. Okay. So here in the middleware, you have to focus on two things. One is transfer of the data. Another one is transformation of the data. Transfer means just move the data from one application to another application. That means like if I send this particular ABC, okay, the same format will be sending to target, that is transfer. Okay, the transformation means like if I want to move that capital letters to small letters, that I'm doing in a middleware, for example. A, B, C capital letters are converted to lower case and send it to receiver. That kind of transformation and also conversions will be doing the middleware. Okay, so this is the based on the target and source system requirements. We will just do that particular conversion in the middleware. Okay, so the next is the main important thing is monitoring, guys. For example, today you received two messages. One message is successful. Okay, so the processing completed. One other message is error. Okay, so another message is error here. Okay, that means like this is the error. Okay, so the one is done and another one is error here. So that means like we are just using this particular done. Okay, so that means like one done and error. Okay, so here that what is meant by, so two messages processed. Okay, it will log this particular message processing. How many messages are successful? How many messages are failed? That information you can find here. That information we can find here. Okay, that information we can find here. Okay, that is done, and also this is a error. Okay, so this is the, okay, that is done. Okay, that means the first message is successful and second message is failed. Okay, you can just log into this particular monitoring page and you can identify why this particular message is failed. Okay, that information you can identify here. Okay, guys, so this is the first one is done. The second one is error. That monitoring of the message processing you can. That means like centralized monitoring for all the integrations which you are connecting. Okay, so we have a security with there is no direct connection to your ERP, and we have a this middleware tool do the conversion, and also this particular this is this one what it is like a one down second error. This particular information one is like done, second one is error. So the same thing, like I can say like the message processing here. First message is failed, second message is, I mean, so first message is successful, second message is failed. That monitoring you can find here. Okay, everything will be benefited. That means like anyone said, so this interface, how many messages failed, you can just log into this particular middleware tool and you can identify. Okay, so the middleware tools, we have a n number of middleware tools in the market, guys. Okay, so that means like, so our responsibility, SAP Cloud Platform Integration will comes under as a middleware, guys. That means if you start learning about this particular SAP Cloud Platform Integration, You no need to learn this particular all modules. You have to learn how to connect with the system from the cloud platform integration and how to do this particular transformations and conversions and how to establish the connecting to receiver to pass the data. Okay, that means our responsibilities in this particular middleware now. Okay, I hope everyone clear the point. So that means like SAP Cloud Platform Integration is a middleware. Okay, it is to connect with the source and target applications to process the data. Okay, it's a cloud-based middleware tool. Okay, so SAP CPI. Okay, Cloud Platform Integration. Now the SAP is renamed to CI Cloud Integration, guys. SAP is renamed to CI. That is a cloud integration. Okay, so now this is called as a cloud integration. But many of the people in the market is called it as a known as CPI, not as CI. That's the reason I maintained both here. Okay, the CA cloud integration. Okay, so this is the one. So let me go back to this particular slide, guys, just for your understanding. So this particular uh, what is middleware means? The middleware can connect with on-premises and cloud applications as well, and it can connect with this particular business partner and also this particular web shop, payment gateway, and cloud. And also on-premises side, it can connect with these many systems. Okay, just for the representation, we can connect many of the systems just for the understanding purpose. I just kept here. And also middleware used in recruiting, e-commerce, healthcare, banking services, financial services, supply chain management, retail, and many more. Okay, example middleware tools in the market from SAP Process Integration and Process Orchestration and SAP Cloud Platform Integration. Okay, these are the two tools from the SAP. The remaining Dell Boomi from Dell, MuleSoft from Salesforce, Informatica is from Oracle, and many more. Like SnapLogic, IIB, different tools are there, guys. Okay, but most of the times we will use as an integration developer. Wherever SAP ERP is there, we have this particular middleware tool if we have any connections with external applications. Okay, so this is a middleware tool, guys. Okay, so what next is, guys, is here. So let's try to understand. So is it right time to start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration or not? That is main important thing. So see, learning tool is okay, but learning. So nowadays, if you start learning, see there is any use, guys? No, right? You have to learn Java or Python nowadays, or like so. If you start learning Python, you can go with AI tool, something like that. So, but now if you start learning SAP Cloud Platform Integration, is it right time to start learning SAP CPI? Let me explain why it is important nowadays. Okay, why this particular tool having more demand to the compared to other tools. Okay, if you see here, SAP started their integration journey. Okay, so the integration tool journey in 2002. Okay, that means they started before itself to implement it, but they released on 2002 here. That means their first integration tool to connect with external system. It's an exchange infrastructure, that is SAP XI. Later, after releasing this, later in 5 years, they came up with a new update, that is that they renamed to SAP Process Integration. Okay, in 2007. After that, in 2011, they came up with a few more updates that's called as a process orchestration. Okay, that means still we are calling as SAP PIPO. That means like process integration or process orchestration. These three tools are on premises. Okay, these all are just the same tools, guys. UI perspective, nothing will change. Just the names will change. That's all. Okay, that means like 2011, they just introduced this particular SAP PIPO. Okay, process orchestration. Okay, so that means like after getting this particular software here, okay, like 2011, after that the cloud evolution is slowly started in the market. Okay, now SAP realized, okay, we have to jump into cloud. Then they started this particular HCI, HANA Cloud Integration. That is in 2013 they released HANA Cloud Integration. Next, for the rebranding purpose in 2017, okay, SAP just changed this HCI to CPI. Just there is no change in the tool, but they changed from HCI to CPI. Later they changed to CI, Cloud Integration. And in 2020, they just kept this particular all integration capabilities under Integration Suite. That means like now the SAP CPI is one of the service under the SAP Integration Suite. SAP Integration Suite. So, okay, let me show you that. So, see, this is fine, sir. The release date's okay. But what is the, main important to start learning this particular training now? So, from 2002 to till date, guys, still many companies are using SAP process integration or process orchestration. As per the SAP official documentations, we have 4,000 plus customers are running this particular PIPO server in the worldwide. 4,000 customers are using PIPO, guys. Okay, so now what SAP announced is after releasing this particular cloud play around 7 years back, SAP released one statement. Okay, 2027 December. Okay, after 31st. Okay, so after 2021, sorry, after 2027 December, sorry. So like 31st. Okay, so I mean like okay, December 31st. Okay, so December 31st. After this, okay, SAP will not provide any product level support. Any product level, unless if you pay something to SAP, they will provide for till 2030 only. Okay, that means after 2027, December 31st, okay, we don't have any support. Okay, so the support, there is no support from SAP. Okay, so okay, that means like this particular, okay, 2027 December 31st. Okay, so 2027 December 31st. So like after that, okay, so we don't have any product support from SAP. They clearly stated they will not release any of the security patches as well after 2027. That means like all the existing customers who are currently working on PIPO, okay, so all the developers and also this particular SAP PIPO developers, okay, must be migrated to SAP Cloud Platform. Customers and also developers, everyone. That means like, so we have around 1 year, 4 months for this particular date, guys. Okay, the migrations already started for all these particular 4,000 customers, like at least 2,000 plus customers already started, guys. Remaining 2,000 members are fighting with SAP, right? So, like, so we will go with on-premises system. They are giving some solutions how we can go with on-premises in a cloud platform. So, but that's discussions are still happen. Definitely, the SAP will extend this particular date. Okay, but after 2027, your organization requires the support still for the PIPO. So 2027 to 2030, so SAP will support if you require the support, but it is extra additional charges. Okay, so additional charges after this particular 20, I mean 20, I mean 2027. Okay, you have to pay extra to the SAP. Then only they will provide the support for the work tool. Otherwise, you can simply move that particular objects to excuse me to move that particular objects to this particular cloud platform. That means migrate that objects to cloud platform integration. Okay, so this is the current demand for this particular tool. Another demand is, so we have SAP, okay, so the Neo environment earlier. Okay, now SAP moved to SAP Cloud Foundry environment. So who all are the customers currently working on SAP Neo? They must migrate to Cloud Foundry. The what is Cloud Foundry? What is Neo? That will be discussed later, guys. That means like this is also one of the scope. The Neo environment will be sunset. That means like they are stopping this Neo environment services by 2028. Okay, this particular new environment has to migrate to Cloud Foundry. Okay, so these are the two challenging, requirements in the market we had, guys. Okay, if you start learning now, okay, so you will get opportunities easily because currently we have many dependent for this particular course. For this particular training. Okay, so that means starting learning this particular and starting this particular course nowadays is very uh, important, and we have a demand currently in the market as well. Okay, what next is I just prepared this particular course content, guys. Okay, so it's an day wise course sessions, guys. Okay, if you see here, so total 60 days session we have got. That means like around so 60 days. Okay, so here we are just maintain all this particular days. Okay, day by day plan I just maintain here. Okay, so this is the demo. Okay, so this is for demo. So and also we will discuss about cloud computing and also what is BTP and integration suite and creating and running your. So all this particular trainings is practical, guys. Okay, total 60 days of sessions we have. We are taking the sessions from a Monday to Friday, every day 1.5 hour. Okay, so 60 days training. So the first 40 days around, we are focusing on this particular cloud platform integration concept. Okay, first 40 days. The next 20 days, we are just discussing about the remaining capabilities mostly, like API management, integration advisor, and also this particular integration advisor, and also migration assessment, edge integration cell, and end-to-end project, and also certification guidance, and also the project explanation, and also the resume preparation. Okay, so once you have done this particular training, so you can also complete your certification by your own without any support. Okay, so these are so that means like so here let me go, I mean let me show you like different options here. So first we are discussing, I mean just I will go with a topic by topic guys for 5 minutes. Okay, then we will go to the system and we'll discuss about how the system looks like. So the first day, this is demo, we already discussing about it, and also about cloud computing the next session, and also overview of BTP and SAP Integration Suite, and also creating and running your first integration scenario, and getting SAP CPI trial access. That means you have to practice this particular integrations right in the system. That I will provide you the steps how to get this particular trial tenant. Accordingly, you can just simply configure with your mail ID, then you can access your trial tenant. So understanding monitoring operations, how to monitor this particular messages, how to connect with HTTP to Gmail to send an email notifications, how to what is the CPI architecture, and XML basics, and also along with the routing concept. So the content modifier and simulation, what is exceptions of process and integration process, that we will discuss. The next is REST API based integrations, REST, SOAP, and also OData. Okay, these are the four I mean three types of adapters we had. We will discuss in detail about this particular configuration. Next is about XML concepts, like how this particular XML modifier, how to filter the XML data, how to modify, okay, so the XML data, and also how to split the data, that we will discuss, and converters like XML to JSON, JSON to XML, this conversion we will use, and the file based system integrations using SFTP adapter, that means like how this particular file based integrations will be done, and also advanced integration patterns, and also the advanced integration patterns like looping process call, these all things we'll discuss, and data store operations, how to retry the message if fails, and also store variables and payload for debugging, and also message mapping. This is very important concept guys, the message mapping for the transformation. So we'll take around 4 sessions to complete. That means like 6 hours of no, yes, 6 hours of time is spending on only on message mapping. Next, Groovy scripts. Next, cloud connector to connect with on-premises system. Okay, you have to connect with this, but via cloud connector to post the data. So that cloud connector installation and also setup of the on-premises system and connect from the CPA. How that connectivity will be established, we will discuss in detail. Okay, so the buffer class means like this. So sometimes these particular sessions will be extended because of this particular topics. So sometimes, so this buffer class I will use for complete the previous pending sessions. Okay, around 4 to 5 buffer classes will be there, but that will also we will discuss in detail. Okay, so here this is the one. There's SAP, I mean, like another iFlow, how to call one iFlow to another iFlow, that we will discuss. These all are the integration concept like external XML mapping. The next is like success factors integration and IDOC integration. Okay, so that also we will discuss. And next, actual configuration along with CPI. Okay, so we have a different capabilities for the integration. Nowadays, this particular uh, recruiters are expecting, okay, the projects, real-time projects are expecting the experience on these particular topics as well. Open connectors, event mesh, API management, I mean migration assessment, integration advisor, edge integration cell. These all are the different modules in the integration suite. Along with CPI, we will discuss about this as well. After that, one project explanation and end-to-end project configuration and explanation, and also certification preparation and resume preparation. Okay, so these all are the topics we will cover. And let me quickly jump into the session. I will share this particular link with you guys. Okay, so you can connect with your point of contacts. They will just share this particular device course content with you. You can just access from your end, and you can just check. If you have any questions, you can ask them. Okay, let me show you the system. Okay, so how this particular systems looks like. Here, this is the SAP Integration Suite. Okay, I'm just logging into the system. And, yes, I'm logging in now. So guys, see, this is the home page for the SAP Integration Suite here. Okay, in this particular SAP Integration Suite, we have different capabilities like a cloud integration. This is a hot for all this particular, this is the hot for a integration suite. Okay, the next is manage APIs. Okay, this is the API management. This is for the trading partner management. This is for a integration advisor for getting the message structures. This is OData provisioning. This is extend non-SAP connectivity. Okay, with open connectors. This is for migration and integration assessment. Next is, migration scenario. So estimate your migration. Along with this, guys, we have this particular event mesh and also edge integration cell as well. Okay, that also event mesh also we will discuss, guys, without any issues. Along with the real-time example, we will discuss this particular event mesh as well. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so these are the capabilities we had. So as I said, this is a drag and drop tool. You can just open any of the integration flow. Let me show you any of the integration flow, sample integration flow. So see here, everything is drag and drop, guys. Let me show you one thing. Let's take this one. So here we are not writing any code, guys. If you see here, so split run. So these all are just a standard options. So for example, let's take this is the XML to JSON converter. So from where I took this particular option is here. So just simply we have this particular palette options here. So you can just select, and I would like to use XML to JSON converter. You can just keep wherever you want in the process. That means like if you want to use here, you can just use this one. Okay, this is the XML to JSON. Okay, this is the XML to JSON we are just using. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, this is the XML to JSON we are using here. So what next is this, once this XML to JSON is completed. Okay, so here what I'm trying to do here is this the XML to JSON, and sorry guys. Yeah, this is XML to JSON converter. How this will work? So you don't need to configure anything unless if you have any custom configurations, you can just do some configurations here. But let me show you. So this data will automatically convert from JSON to XML to JSON. Just let me show you. So for example, this is the XML data which I am taking from here. For example, let's take this is the one. Just a second. So here, what I am trying to configure is, so just I'm taking some sample XML guys here. Just so this is the XML data, guys. Okay, so let's take this particular XML data. Okay, so if I copy this particular XML, so if I take this particular this thing, okay, so here you can see this is the data I'm keeping, this particular XML data here. Here I'm just keeping this particular XML data. Okay, so and I'm just doing this particular simulation. Just what I'm trying to do is just converting from XML to JSON. So see, you can draw this and you can use for the conversion. Then whenever the sender is sending the data, by using this particular option, this particular option, so just it will convert it to JSON. If you see here, this is the data which I'm using here. So this is sending as a XML format. That output from this particular option will come as a JSON payload. Okay, so this is the way it will convert. So see, it's converted to JSON. So like this, everything is drag and drop. Only 10% we will use this particular scripting. So here, this is the scripting language. Okay, that you can anyway. So this is only for how to read and how to do the conversion. Only that thing we will discuss. Okay, you know worries, guys. This is very basics scripting language we will use here. I will show you complete understanding how you can start learning this particular Groovy scripts. Accordingly, you will expert in this particular running. Okay, so what next is like, so once this integration is completed, so then the sender will send the data and receiver will receive this particular request, right? So in that we will just monitor that interfaces. In this, I'm just not saving anything, so I'm going to this particular monitoring page. So here you can see total 11 integration flows are deployed. So if I see this particular last 1 week message processing here, so for example, last month, let's take last month. So here, see here, so in this, these all are the messages. Total 57 messages are processed. If I want to filter only failure messages, how many messages are failed? You can just maintain filter. So these all are the failure message. If you want to see only completed messages, you can see this completed messages. Completed messages are 45. If I want to see only discarded messages, you can just maintain. So these are the discarded messages. So like this, you can just filter and monitor and just provide that particular information. This message is failed. Please re-trigger from the source side. Something like that. Okay, guys. So this is the way you can just simply monitor and configure this particular integrations in the cloud platform integration. Okay, just for this understanding, I just use this one. So that means our focus is not only on cloud platform integration, guys. In the market, they will just only explain about cloud integration, but we will discuss about the remaining options as well without miss. Okay, that is the advantage here. Okay, so this is about the session today, guys. Now over to you guys. Okay, so you can ask your questions. Even silly question also, no problem at all, guys, because you are in a learning stage. Okay, if you ask the questions, you can learn more. Over to you guys. So if you have any
Hi,
questions, yes.
hi Surya. Is this you showed that platform? Is it the BTP platform? Right now you showed the conversion and
Yes, yes.
XML and everything.
Actually, this is a SAP Integration Suite with, this integration suite is under the BTP only. Okay, without BTP, you cannot access this service.
Okay.
Okay, so that we'll discuss in detail. So the architecture in the third day. Okay, in the third day, we will discuss what is BTP. Okay, so how to get the access for the BTP and how to access this particular integration suite via BTP, we will discuss in detail.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Harsha. Harsha, you raised your hand. You're
Yeah,
speaking
yeah.
on mute,
Hi,
please.
Chandra.
Ah,
So,
yes.
I worked in SAP ECC, APO, and Fiore. These three
Okay.
domains I worked for 2 years. So, Fiore is also a cloud platform, right?
Yes.
So, how it is like? Is it also a kind of uh, platform? What we say, mediating platform, or it is only the ERP
Yeah,
cloud?
actually, mediating platform from the user. The Fiori will take the inputs from the end user in the UI and send the data to backend applications, right?
Okay.
So, but here it is
Okay.
application to application integrations.
Right.
Okay, so
So,
at the
right.
backend, yes.
Okay, understood. So, as I told you, now I'm in different domain, but I want to come back to SAP. So, since I have knowledge in ECC, APO as a functional consultant and Fiore, so how I can see the future in CI?
Yeah, okay. So you already aware. So that means like you already worked on this Fiori and also APO. You know already about this particular SAP ecosystem configuration,
Yes,
at least
yes,
basics. Not only
yes,
basics, you worked on 2 years, right? That means you have worked on
yes.
development and also you have delivered something. Okay, so in
No,
Fiori,
yeah, yeah. Please continue.
yeah, so in Fiori, you're just configuring. So some UI pages and you're calling some backend node data APIs, right?
No,
So
no, no. Actually, I was a functional consultant, so I'm just I worked as a support consultant for the users.
okay, okay,
So
support consultant for users. Okay.
ticketing issues like flow issues, some data discrepancy, kind of.
Yeah, so this will definitely add an advantage to your profile, Harsha, because what domain
Okay.
you are working on? Different domain you said?
So I'm a Tableau. I'm working on Tableau.
Okay, Tableau. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
fine. So Tableau is a very old tool, as you already aware of it. Like,
Yes.
so the enterprises are, new enterprises are not taking this particular subscription for the Tableau, right? So might
Yes.
the
Yes.
scope of this particular development will be reduced in future. So if you switch to cloud platform integration, so like
Hmm?
it will have at least 10 years of validity in the market. And also
Super. Super.
another thing
Hmm?
is everyone is like thinking about AI will replace the integration developers. Okay, so
Right.
this is a integration, guys. So when you are integrating with the collaboration is required from the source to target applications. Okay, so while you are developing the interface, okay, AI can provide this particular inputs like this. You can implement like this. You can configure. Okay, but it will reduce the jobs, but not completely replaced by the developers. That means if in one current project, if you have a 10 developers, okay, it might reduce to 8 or 7, but it cannot be replaced complete 10 developers by the AI. Okay, so that you
Right.
need to keep in the mind, guys. That means like everyone thinks like, oh, AI will replace us. That's not at all, guys. Okay, so SAP also going with this particular AI enhancements as well that you can utilize and you can just sustain in the market. That's all. But never AI can replace this particular humans with a completely. Okay, at least we require 70% of human efforts. It might reduce the jobs, but not completely.
Right. And one more question. So previously, when I worked in ECC and APO, all the data was saved in master data, right?
Yeah,
So
master
here,
data transaction, we have different kind of data.
okay.
So
So
that
here,
everything will be
master data
managed
has
here.
no place. Sorry.
Here we will manage with transactional data and also the master data as well, Harsha.
Okay. So like where exactly it will be? It will be before the mediating platform, like before the CA. Like
No,
flow. I'm asking about the flow. So for example, I'm working in ERP. So all my data is saved. Like you told now, we will be calling for, we'll be sending the PR to the vendor, let's say.
yes.
So whenever we are, normally what happens if they are having the same ERP, SAP, let's say both we are using SAP. So when I send the PR, it will go to them as a PR directly
Yes,
through
right.
the master data, right? Now, after master data, it will go to CA. From there, it will go to their ERP, you are
No,
saying?
these two are different interfaces. Master data is different. So master data will have this particular like material. If you want to create a purchase requisition, first you require the material information for which
Yes.
material you are doing this. So master data interface is a separate. That means like, so first you will send this particular master data to the external application. Okay, or
Right.
you will get the master data from the external application and you will keep it in your system. While you are
Right.
creating the PR, you will browse that particular material name and also the description, and you will send a PR to the external application.
Right.
Okay, that
Okay.
means master data will be referred while you are configuring the transactional data. That means like
Yes.
when you are placing an order, you need a product ID or description, right? Without product,
Right.
you cannot describe. I mean, you cannot place an order, right? The same way. First, master
Right.
data will be replicated from all the systems and we will use that for transactional data.
Got it.
Yeah.
Understood. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So the next, Srikanth.
Yeah, hi sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm into completely other domain, backup and storage, data protection side. I'm planning to switch into this SAP BTP Integration Suite. This will be covered cloud integration master and API management trading partner, integration advisor, event mesh, and open connectors and migration assessment, cloud connector, and cloud transport management. This will topics will be covered here.
Yes, Srikanth. These topics will be covered, okay, along with the real-time examples.
Okay. Okay, what is the career, sir? Next 10 years, okay with this career or
Yes,
any
next
effect with
10 years,
the.
okay, at least 10 years you can survive because see, as I said, so all the customers are migrating to the cloud platform integration now, okay, from the last couple of years. Okay, so you will get more enhancements in the cloud platform integration and integration suite. You can at least survive 10 years, next 10 years.
Okay, how many years? Okay, sir, once completed this 60 days program.
You can keep minimum of 5 years. You can keep. That means like,
Minimum.
yeah, because if you see this course content which I am providing here, so this covering all the
Okay.
topics. Okay, so that means
Okay.
like you are, I mean, already familiar with all these particular topics, then you can work like a more than 5 years of experience candidate. And my just a simple challenge here, you can just, so someone will refer you to go with this particular training, right? So like just check with
Yeah.
them. They already worked on these many topics in the real time. Even they had 10 years of experience in integration, they will not work on these many topics because in real time, we will work on project specifics, not the topic
Yes, correct.
specific, right? So that is the reason. So if you learn all the topics, okay, according to, so many of the people will join in the sessions for this particular like cross skilling only. That's the reason. If you all familiar with this particular topics, okay, so then you can work on any kind of project, even it is a migration support and also that implementation as well.
What about packages, sir? Packages, suppose 5 years mentioned means current package will be It's a 30% hike will be they will give or what?
It depends upon your current package. Okay. So sometimes you will get
Okay.
100% as well. So current market
Okay.
price for the 5 years is, okay. So the minimum of 15 lakhs, okay, for 5 years and maximum of 30 lakhs.
Okay. 5 years
Based on
will
the
be get 30
company
lakhs
and
also.
also the I mean I mean based on the company, okay, so the company to company it will vary.
You
So
you were saying for 5 years experience it will be get 30 lakhs also some companies, right?
yes, right. It's
Okay.
true.
Okay, sir.
It's
Thank
true. Yes. Yeah.
you. Yeah. Maximum MNC companies will be using SAP Integration Suite, right?
Yes. I mean most of the openings will be MNC companies only.
Okay. Okay. Any on-site opportunities, sir? On-site,
Yes,
big
yes.
on-site
In
opportunity.
SAP, we have a many on-site opportunities. Okay, not only for US, for European countries and also the other countries also. Okay, so we have on-site opportunities as well.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Once this course complete, can I try? We are try on-site also.
Yes, you can. If you have a valid visa, you can try an on-site as well.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, then. So Swaraj.
Yeah, as you said, means cloud is better than on-premises. So, for example, same example you have given. I have a BMW company owner. I am the BMW company owner, and I don't have any database, right? Because I am using cloud. That is maybe someone else. So, in that case, till lifelong, I have to pay the rent, right?
Uh, sorry, Swaraj. Can you come again?
Okay.
Come again
Say
once.
I am the owner of BMW company.
Okay.
Okay, and I am using CPI, as cloud platform.
Okay.
So that cloud means the database owner is someone else and it is somewhere else also. Means for example, mine is India. Maybe I'm using the database from
Okay.
US.
Okay.
So
So this is a cloud foundry environment that you can install your backend. That means like what are all the objects you are creating in the cloud platform integration? We have a
Mhm.
different options. You can store. So for example, the BMW already subscribed to Microsoft, for example. Okay, you can use backend service provider for storing this particular transactions of SAP Cloud Platform integration in Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud or in AWS also you can store. That's up to you client choice. That means as a BMW, you can choose your backend as cloud service provider. You can choose AWS, you can choose Microsoft, you can, Microsoft AWS, Microsoft Azure, or you can select Amazon AWS, or you can select Google Cloud as well. That means like that data will be stored in the service provider, not in your on-premises server.
that I know, but for that I have to pay entire life till my company sustain, right? For
Yes,
rent.
right. Yes.
Then how it is economical compared to having on-premise?
Yeah. So, but you're, so see, for example, if you are maintaining this particular databases and also services in your organization, okay. So, for example, if you are
Mhm.
running this particular, for example, let's take on-premises PIPO server.
Correct.
Okay, if you are running in your on-premises landscape, first you have to maintain Microsoft server or Linux server to run that particular process integration server. The first you
Yes.
have to maintain the Microsoft. That means you require two Microsoft developers, okay, server developers, and you have to maintain some, space that infrastructure to run. To maintain that particular server and databases. Okay, that means at
Mhm.
least you require 5 to 10 developers of to maintain this particular infrastructure and also to maintain the server. Okay, their cost cutting. Okay, so you have to pay the payment for them, right? So instead of
Okay.
that you are paying to this particular cloud service providers.
Mhm. Okay.
Got it. So
Ah,
that means like so that you're not taking care about anything. So everything will be maintenance part and also upgrade parts. For example, if you are maintaining
mhm.
on-premises system, every time like monthly or every quarterly SAP or the whatever the system you are maintaining, they will provide some updates. The
Mhm.
updates you have to maintain some like downtime for your system. You have to just simply patch upgrades and again restart the system. has to be taken care by your service provider, and that means like your server administrators. But when you are coming to cloud, everything will be taken care by cloud service providers without zero seconds intervention. They will just implement that particular enhancements and also the new patches. These things you don't
Okay.
need to maintain from your end.
Okay. Okay. And next question. So today's market, everyone saying not now, but after 1 year or 2 year down the line, everything will be done by AI agent. So, say example, as you said, mapping or this means using this or how to convert XML to JSM. So everything will done by AI agent. Then how it will helpful for us if AI will fully cover the market?
So
If we go, yep.
yeah, so in this case, AI agents can do this particular work for the, it will help the developers. Okay. But coordination still requires, right? So that means like, so for example, so this particular configuration, which I shown earlier. Okay. So that also the AI will suggest you to do this particular things. Okay. But it cannot log in to, so it can also log in to your landscape and also do this some changes. But
Correct.
when you're doing testing, okay, when you're moving this particular data to production and also
Mhm.
activating that interfaces, that requires the developer support.
That tester can do, right? Simply. Then why would developers, as you said, right? If 10 developer required, instead of that, what company will do when data will move to production, they will keep only one or two testers. Then what is the role of developer for testing whether data is correct or not? That tester can do.
Yes, yes, that's the
So,
reason I said. So see, we require developers. It will not completely replace. I'm not saying so 0%. So AI is completely replaced by CPI. Okay, so CPI developers. We require developers definitely for the cloud platform integration, but it's not completely replaced by the humans. That I'm saying here.
so instead of that, if we go for learning AI, that will help more in our career, right? Means I'm
So,
asking
but
why if AI is the market, then why we learn cloud platform?
so
How
see,
it will help?
yes, yes, AI is there, but who will
Hmm.
operate these particular integrations?
AI agent.
No, completely AI agent cannot do that, Swaraj.
Yeah, fine. Instead of as you said, 6 or 7, one resource or two resource can handle this, right? So I'm saying that ratio. Why I'm asking this, as I am today here, which direction I should go? Means as you said, cloud platform or AI? Means which
So,
will help? I'm not asking as a
so
trainer.
according to my understanding, the
Mhm.
cloud platform integration with AI basics.
Okay.
Yeah, because AI agents we will configure in cloud platform integration as well. That means
Oh.
like AI agents can directly connect with this particular APIs and get this particular information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that architecture you have to build from your end. Okay, so see, AI agent you will configure. So at least you have to build the AI agent, right?
Correct.
Okay, that so to configure. For example, you want to integrate this particular configuration, guys. So for examples for us, let's take a small example. You want to integrate that integration which we configured earlier. So if you wanted to build that agent, you need understanding of this particular integration tool, how it is behaving, right? So for example, you want to write a program. So how to
Correct.
add two numbers? First,
Mm-hmm.
you need what is add, what is integer, that information you need, right? So that
Correct.
information you have to put it to a agent, then that will do for you. That will do work on behalf of you. You have, that agent will work on behalf of you once you provide this particular information. That so without that information, agent cannot work, right? With your information only, the agent will start working, right?
Correct.
So that
So
means
in,
like
so in that case, we should have knowledge for both.
yes, both knowledge
Okay.
we require. Then only you can survive.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That means it's not replacing completely the integration suite, but
Mm.
we require more knowledge on the AI agents as well in future.
Correct.
But so see, your question is correct. Whatever why you are asking is so which one is the better? You're 100% correct. But here to get this kind of agents to work in this particular landscape, at least it will take 2.5 years, more than 2.5 or 3 years in the landscape currently. Okay,
Mm.
meanwhile, you can just start learning integration suite. Slowly, you can just learn this particular AI agents. Then you can just simply pitch into this particular AI world as well.
Yes,
You understood right now?
correct.
Yeah. Okay, then. So, Sivabalan.
But in a general notes, in India, IT sector is the most employment provider industry, and if AI coming into picture, then many people will jobless in the future.
No, 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 guys. So, see, this is just hyping.
General notes,
Okay.
not any specific topic or something. In general notes.
So that's not, guys. So when it is 2008, the dot-com bubble. Okay. So if you know that, so everything is coming as .com. So just it will, I mean, rise jobs actually, but we have to update. We have to learn more things from our end. So see, so for example, so see, as you said, if the AI agent is completely doing this work, okay, so then you have to work on AI. Okay, like you have to create this particular AI agent, something like that. You have to work on that. Okay, so that means you have to enhance your skills, then only we can survive in the market. Okay, next. So Siva Balan.
Yeah. Hi, Chandra. Actually, I want to know that this is a trial version, correct? Trial version, how come we can see that real-time data syncing and all? See here, HTTP or some FTP file, we can just notepad and writing XML and converting JSON and sending to some preview. So whether can you provide some integrations like real-time integration like Salesforce to our SAP S4 HANA or ECC or on-premises system like that? Do you have that kind of environment?
Yes, yes, Siva Balan. So see, to connect with S4 HANA system, we have a SOAP APIs and also REST APIs and also OData APIs as well. Okay, so that we can access from this particular, or I mean, accelerator hub. Okay, how to activate that APIs, how to connect with S4 HANA system, I will show you in detail. And
Yeah.
also to connect with the on-premises SFTP server, how to install the cloud connector, how to make, I mean, how to install the on-premises SFTP in your local machine. Okay, how to read the file in like a real time, how to post the file, everything will be covered, Shiva.
Okay, because I have a 20 years experience in SAP field. I also already done training um, for integration suite. But that training I didn't received for that real-time integrations and all. I'm suffering because creating trial account and drawing the just a box and saying that this is the connector. Here we need to enter the ECC connection. So your basis team will give you the connection details and drawing the data. Everything they teach, they taught. But that real time I'm suffering because my company actually I'm a European based company, so there they have a control. Even we can't see the cloud connector and how they are configuring the real system, how they are connection testing,
Yeah, yeah. And
that
also, I
and
agree with
all.
you, Shiva. I
That
agree
and
with
all.
you.
I want to know that the other because these basic things I don't know others.
Hmm.
Just I'm looking for that kind of only.
Yes, yes, we will. I mean, we'll install, guys. We will install this particular cloud connector in your local machine. Okay, and I will show you how to connect with sub account and how to create a virtual host in the for the on-premises system. I
Okay.
will show you in detail, Shiva. But here the thing is, okay. So
Mm,
as you said, in real time, you will definitely not have that access to that particular systems.
yeah.
Okay, so what you need is, so see, so what are all the parameters you have to get from the external systems?
Okay.
Okay, so that if you have that information, okay, so then, so for example, that information definitely we will get it from base system in real time as well. But if you want to take that particular role as well, okay, then uh, I will show you that configuration as well. Okay,
Mm,
while I'm configuring it accordingly, you can get more information.
okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem. Yeah, Harsha, next.
Uh, Hello. Yeah. So one more doubt is now where I can practice this? Like as you were telling the previous person that so you would be installing in my local system all
No,
this
no, no,
resource
not like
and
that. Not like only for Cloud Connector setup, you have to install one software in your local machine. So remaining
okay.
all, we will work on this particular web tool itself. So whatever I'm
Okay.
currently showing in this particular here, so this is trial account.
Okay.
So SAP
Acha.
will provide 30 days of trial. Okay, after that you can extend it with the same mail ID. Okay, no need to create
Okay.
multiple mail IDs. So every 30 days you can extend it.
Okay. And all the integrations and implementations you would be helping us learn in this with practice, right?
Yes,
Like
yes. Right.
okay. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
That's it.
Ajit, next. Okay.
After completion of 60 days of the course, then till how many days if you want to do the practice by extending free of cost, how many days you can do this?
And so you can extend every 30 days. There is no limitation. So after 30 days expiry of integration suite, you can delete the global account and you can extend again.
Okay, okay. Now you can practice using web link as you said.
Yes, yes. Okay, Ajit. Ajit Khan, are you able to hear us? If you are speaking on mute, just unmute. Okay, there is.
Meanwhile, Chandra, Harshvardhan, they said, sorry, I
Yes,
forgot.
sir, sure.
I got one more dot. Okay, please continue. I just forgot. Sorry.
Okay, okay. No problem. Yes. If you have any questions, you can connect with your point of contacts, guys. Okay?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Hi,
yes,
this is
yes.
Aris. Yeah. So this is like a continuation question from one of the candidates from the call. So like agents.
Hmm.
So because I'm working in an IT industry, so I'm into the part of like supporting the project. So where previously more than 1,000 plus engineers, including the managers, has been laid off in my company. So for the one of the projects what that company is supporting. Okay, so the problem is like in next 2 years, if per suppose, I mean to say the all the companies are investing into the AI. So even the lakhs of crores, and they are investing into the AI projects for cost cuttings and to the time management as well, and to compete with the other companies as well. So what if there is a situation in the next couple of years, like in next 2 years, if the AI is creating multiple agents using the Anthropics and the Codex or anything, and it is creating multiple agents in each platform, like in integration, backup, testing, or anything. Because in coming future, all the agents will be at least two engineers work. One agent can do. They are building I'm to say generator, like an accelerator kind of thing, in the future. Even now of the IT companies top like Microsoft and Nvidia also, they are still working on the AI agents. Okay, so they are continuously working to build an agent where the engineers can be replaced as agents. So where we can see in the future coming, like in the next 2 years or 5 years, like we have taken a 10 years, but what about the in the next 5 years? If they are building an agent, like couple of agents for each integration platform, okay, so then what? What is the next step in the CPI? Okay, sorry, whatever the cloud platform we are doing. So what about that? How can we tackle this situation?
Yeah. So see, I mean, definitely. So like all companies are building this particular agents, correct? So here you can see. So to work on that particular agents, for example, if you want to integrate. So for example, if you see you have a timeline of 6 months. Okay, so to start. So currently we are taking this particular integrations for 6 months for to implement 50 interfaces. Okay, that means like 50 integrations. Okay, so as an integration developer, currently we will plan as a sprints and we will work on it. Okay, so if they came up with the agents in future, okay, currently for 6 months, 10 developers are working. Okay, so if the agents are coming into the picture, okay, so then agents will not directly implement this particular integrations. Okay, so if you provide the requirement to agents, it will take at least okay So 3 to 4 hours of time to implement that after the testing manually by the developers. Okay. Okay. So after that, we are moving to that to production. Okay. So even that is also taking time. That means like, so you have to provide the inputs to agents, right? Okay. That means like, so currently manually we have a 10 developers. But to work on that particular agents, to provide the inputs, okay, the same answer I have provided to the previous Swaraj as well. So there, that means to work with that particular agents, you have to provide the inputs. Okay, if you want to provide that particular inputs, you need understanding what is the business process currently. So why we are integrating, what kind of data we are getting, what format of the data we are getting from the source system, what data is required by the target application. The details you have to gather from the business team from the source and target application. That is, this is a manual process. You cannot, I mean, this cannot be replaced by, you have to coordinate with a couple of teams and gather the requirement and provide that requirement to this particular agent. Okay, earlier we will get the functional specification. Now the functional specification you will create by connecting with the source and target application. Then this information you will put it to this particular AI agent. So then that AI agent will start working on it and deliver the things. That means this work is still required, right? So the developers will reduce. Okay, so that means like if you have 10 developers, it might reduce it to 7 or 6 or 5. But still we need a developers to work on top of that particular agents. I hope this answered your question.
Yeah. See, yeah, coming to that part only, like we have been discussing, and my question was related in depth only, like how we will tackle, like even if the reaction of the engineers was done in a project, first of all, in the integration, I mean to say in the starting platform side, it is 10 engineers, but while it is going to the production or else over to the production, also there is no need for the developers. So what about those things? Like we are not into the development, we are into the integration part only. But what about there is a time like when the integration part has been completed, everything is done. So where will be seated? Like
Yeah, so still operations part, so like any failures are happened. Okay, for example, you have developed and moved to production. For example, when connectivity is lost. Okay, so I mean the AI can inform to the developers like a source application or target application. This particular data is failed because of this particular reason. It can alert that particular. But here some cases like you have to be, I mean, monitor that integrations. Okay, so you can connect with the cloud platform integration with the agent and you can get that information, what are all the interfaces are failed and what is the payment files are failed. So then you have to connect with the bank application and reprocess this particular messages. Such kind of things you require this particular manual intervention.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys, then. So I hope everyone clear. I hope you got the basic understanding on this particular cloud integration today, along with the topics which we are covering. So just go through it, guys. If you have any questions, you can connect with your point of contacts. Accordingly, we can continue. Okay, guys, then. Thank you. Have a nice day. Let's connect. Oh, and also another thing, guys, we are starting the, I mean, actual sessions from Tuesday onwards. Okay, that means 11th of August. So this, I mean, the timings will be from morning 8:30 to 10 a.m. Okay, guys, thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.